all packed and ready to go to New York. It's just this weekend. No, get back in. Are you filming? This is my passport. Here I am, placing it inside of my bag. It's in there, isn't it? No, it went on the floor. Ugh! The passport cannot get out of the bag now. When I'm in New York, should I pretend that I'm an American person doing a British accent? No. Okay, here's my stuff all packed and ready to go. Lots of space in there for veneers. For Sue. Sue's veneers. What do you want as a souvenir?
Raisin canes.
Raisin or raisin? Look at this suitcase. Is this not the kind of suitcase that you'd see in the airport and go, yeah, I'd give that a search if I were you? Doesn't that look dodgy as hell?
No, not really.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Don't be silly. Don't be silly and goofy. Look how grubby it is. Look at that. Look at that. Something's going wrong in here.
Just popping in to say that when I was wearing that jumper, my dog farted on me earlier on, and I kept on getting a whiff of the fart, and I was like, it really must be infused in the jumper. Turns out, see that stain there? That's just actual dog shit. I'm finishing my book. This was my reaction to one of the twists, and I have like 20 pages to go. There's a sentence there, and then there's a next chapter. Have I only just realised that these chapters are when this person kills someone? I was always like... That was very good. I can't wait for the HBO series. Cheerios. I'm gonna try and eat these as fast as I can. I put so much in the bowl.
Hey, New York Biddy. Whoa, Moorcock Riddy.
Sunset Boulevard.
Nice. Banana one. Cheers.
Don't silly, I'll sausage roll with the banana.
No. Do you know the apple dance from TikTok?
No.
Oh.
Apple the face.
Rate it out of 5.
Solid 4.
Oh, brother, there's no storage.
Ladies and gentlemen, in order to facilitate a speedy departure, please thank
To Alaska.
Attention passengers.
Heading to the Long Island Railroad.
Where are we going?
Getting the E-train at 34th Street.
Very thin escalator. Not the Brandy Melville escalator. What is it?
Madison Square Gardens.
Whoa! Oh my god, this is
Yes.
Whoa! This room's so cool. I love that couch. Crazy. Need to just check if there's a Bible. Yeah, Holy Bible. Look how much pepperoni is on that. Taste time.
Muy delicioso. Nice.
Don't look at that sign back there.
Everybody still hates Chris.
Oh no.
Man. So I'm walking down the street and I haven't got my apple and banana. I'm gonna start talking.
Banana.
Banana. I was looking at these apples longing me. And this guy says, "Do you want them?" And I went, "Yeah, can I have one?" He goes, "No, they're yours."
The big apple.
The big apple, the little apples.
The small apples.
Tiny apples and the big apple.
Oh.
So
A It's not as big as I thought it was.
No.
Why would you need a boat to get to that?
Right there, Jesus. Oh my God. Days of Macy's Day Parade. It's the Brolly Parade.
It's Umbrella Parade!
Which is a nice parade in itself.
Welcome to NYC City, land of the brave. Home of the land. I'm really not enjoying the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. To really enjoy the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Hey boss,
Yeah,
Did they say-
we got a bit of power around here.
boss, they say we could go up to Macy's now.
We said open it up, they
They
opened
said,
it up.
open it up. He opened it himself. Yo,
Yo,
can we go up to Macy's now? They says we can go.
1385 Broadway.
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Yeah, boys.
Should we ask if we can ride that mouse? The Rat King. No, he's so sad. Oh, who upset the rat? Don't just leave the rat unattended.
My hands are so cold. Oopsie doopsie. Boss didn't get the memo over to them. Jenny O'Turk. Where's your Delta Zine?
There's one.
Where's the Delta Zine? The wicked talent.
One and only.
Adele Dazeem.
I can't tell if Adele Dazeem seems like a more normal name than Idina Menzel. Oh my god, it's the Hallmark channel. That's my favorite channel. Brother, the parade is over. It's Central Park. I wonder who that guy is.
It's Mr. Central Park.
Mr. Park, I'm a big fan. It's Tony Schumerpit. I know the guy. Tony. I can't see it.
Looking that way.
It's looking that way. Oh my god. How do we get up there?
I don't know that you do get up there.
No, I saw someone up there.
Like playing GTA. Can't remember these roads.
Oh my god, the picture.
Oh my god.
Who is this diva? Who is that? It's stairs. What the hell?
That's a girl.
What the hell? Hey guys, welcome to my crib. Big Brother's watching. This one spins. Look, it spins. It's open. 8 a.m. to sunset.
Boulevard.
No. You look like you're about to fly away on a broom. Do you know what that is? Hudson River is the AQ sky in my school. You may not be Einstein, but I say he's nobody's fool. Feels really powerful. Whoa. It's really not that big.
trust yourself to put your phone there.
No.
I saw someone get shouted at and chased out of the place because they took a photo of their photo, and I still took a photo of my photo.
Ridiculously fast, isn't it?
This is a Christmas book. Look.
Ho, ho, ho.
So good.
Thank you. You're so good. Adam.
Enjoy it. Thank you. I've seen it 15 times in London and I've never seen it like that. I was like, 15? Yeah. 15. And I was still like, oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah.
Am I your 16th?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
It felt
thank
like
you.
absolutely incredible.
Yeah, after that, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
Welcome to day 4 and to the narration part of the vlog. I got too scared to actually vlog, so I mainly took pictures and took vertical videos for some reason, so I'm gonna narrate. Okay, so me and my dad were just walking around and I really needed the toilet, so we stood outside this really fancy shop and we were looking at like the floor guide thing to see where the toilets were, and this woman came out the shop, just another pedestrian. She looked me dead in the eyes and said, if you're looking for the restroom, it's on the bottom floor. And I was like, yeah girl, thank you so much, but how did you know? She must have looked me up and down and went, yeah, this girl in Crocs is not shopping in this fancy ass store. I'd never wanted to have a pretty woman moment more in my life. I just wanted to whip out like a fucking big fat wad of cash and be like, oh no, I'm not looking for the restroom, thanks. But also thanks because she actually did tell me where it was. Then me and my dad went to 30 Rock. Is that 30 Rock? I actually can't be bothered to check. We did the little top of the rock tour, which was really cool. The lifts in these buildings go so fast. They also have a weird little screen at the top so you can like pretend that you're going through something more interesting than you actually are. But it's just so cool to see New York from this perspective, from the top of the rock. There's a funny little dog in a pram. Why would you bring your dog to the top of the rock in a pram, no less? Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, here's a bunch of videos of the top of the rock. I'm just kind of speaking for the sake of speaking because I don't really know what to speak about, but I just want to show these videos. I don't really have any funny other stories. It was very windy up here. There was not really any Wi-Fi, which obviously is absolutely fine because you're supposed to be looking at the things around you. But my dad kind of wanted to look at the things around me for a lot longer than I wanted to look at the things around me. Around us. It wasn't just around me, it was around him as well. Oh, I really wanted this little Sebastian top, but I didn't get it. And every time I see this photo, I really regret not getting it. And here's my dad as Jimmy Fallon. Oh my god, imagine if I went on Jimmy Fallon's show one day and then I was like, look at this picture of my dad as you. And he'd be like, oh, then me and my dad went to Ellen's Stardust Diner. I was really hopeful that we would be able to eat something here, but nothing on the menu was anything I liked. They didn't even have normal chips. Like, what type of diner doesn't have normal fries? What are you giving me lettuce fries for? What the hell? All the performers were so good, but they were rushing us out there. They want to get people in and out as quick as possible, but I was like trying to soak in the atmosphere. And then like my dad finished his food and they were like, are you going now? Are you going? Here's the bill. Are you going? Are you leaving? And I got up to leave and I realized, oh my god, that's Alex Joseph Grayson working here, who was in Parade, who has such a gorgeous voice. And he was just about to sing. And I said to the person as I was walking out, oh, could I just stand here please to listen to him sing? And they were like, no, leave. You have to leave. And I was like, oh, what the hell? But yeah, it was fun. Then we went to whatever bridge this is. I actually can't remember, but it was so nice. Like, look at all these nice photos and nice videos. It was such a slay. Then we got the subway back to the hotel, and I can't remember if I put in this video that I found these glasses somewhere, but I did, and it made me feel like Norma Desmond, which was really apt because then I went to see I was so fucking excited to see the show again. Oh my god, I was so excited. I first saw it in December 2023, so it had been almost a year since I last saw it, and I was just like so excited. The cast recording had come out, I loved it so much, I was so excited. And it was just so good. Oh my god, it was so good. Like, it was so much better than I remember it. It was incredible. Like, the blackout, oh my god, the whole ending where it's just so tense. I loved it so much. It was amazing. Sunset Boulevard, Jackpot Boulevard, getting here's only the beginning. And to end the day, here's the comedy and tragedy masks as pizza slices, which is, I relate to this on a core level.
Let me tell you about the time I needed the toilet more than I've ever needed anything else in my life. So I woke up on day 5 in New York, and at around 9ish I had breakfast. With breakfast I consumed 2 little plastic cups of orange juice, maybe this big, and also some water. I did not go to the toilet before we left, and I took with me a to-go cup of tea, which is famous for making you need to pee. I don't know if that's actually true, but it's famous for making me need to pee. At just before 10 a.m, I arrived to the Longacre Theatre and bought a $45 rush ticket for the 2 p.m. show of Swept Away, a musical about a shipwreck that is 90 minutes long with no interval. At 10:30, my dad and I got on an open-top bus tour of New York, taking us to and through all the sights of New York. I'm murky on some of the details because I'm recording this 10 months after the fact, but I think I was under the impression that we were getting on the hour-and-a-half tour, which would get back 2 hours before the show, but I think we actually got on the 3-hour tour, which would get me back half an hour before the show. It's fine, half an hour is still enough time. At 10:45, we saw the Flatiron Building, famous from Smash. At around 10:50, I started feeling the effects of the orange juice and the water and the tea, and I started needing the toilet. This was the type of needing the toilet where it's like, you really don't need it at all, you're not even thinking about it, and then it's like, oh yeah, I could go to the toilet right now. But I was enjoying the sights. We were going past Soho, Chinatown, then we got to, the Brooklyn Bridge, okay? When suddenly, and I really don't understand how, because I'm trying to piece together the timeline from all the videos on my camera roll that all just have different dates and times from when I actually took them. What is going on there? But for some reason, it was 1:15 p.m. So we really should be about 15 minutes away from where we started, but we were only just getting to the bottom of the map, okay? We began driving through Wall Street. Just a fun fact, I used to think the Wall Street crash was just a car crash that happened on Wall Street, and I also used to think it was in like the 80s. Anyway, I was becoming increasingly aware of my imminent need to piss, because I'd been holding it in all this time, because yes, it's a hop on hop off bus tour, but I felt like I could hold it. I
fatal error on my part. As we drove past Trinity Church, which I'm only right now realizing is Trinity Church where Hamilton and Eliza are buried. What the hell? Okay. But anyway, as we drove past there, I was like, we simply have to get off this bus, as it was now 1:25 and the show was due to start in 35 minutes and I was nowhere near the theatre. We walked for a little bit, I saw a Burger King and went in to use the toilet. No, sorry, toilets are for customers only. But there's toilets in that subway station over there. The World Trade Center subway station. As of writing this, you'll probably see the writing in my glasses. Yesterday was 9/11, so I just thought that might be quite interesting to add. It has no relevance. Anyway, when we went in, there was a huge queue for the ladies' toilet. I'm talking wrapped round, and I waited in it while my dad went to the loo, and by the time he came out I hadn't moved one single tiny centimeter, so we just had to go. We went down to the subway and it was 1:35. The show was starting in 25 minutes. I was at the World Trade Center and I needed to be at the Longacre Theatre. I looked up the route on my phone to see how long it would take and it said I was going to be there by 2:08. The show was meant to start at 2. So now I was sad because I was gonna miss the start of the show and have to shamefully walk to the front row. The front row stalls or orchestra on Broadway. I was sad and I was holding in this piss for dear life because I started needing the toilet, might I remind you, at 10:50. Piss that had been building up since 9 and it was 1:35, okay? I must get it across to you that already at this point I was in pain. As I was sitting in that subway car, I was in pain, physically, emotionally, you name it. And when that train stopped, I ran for my life. It was already 2:01. I don't know if you've ever ran as fast as you can with a bladder that's so full it's about to burst, but it's such an unbelievably unpleasant experience. With all the luck, I arrived at the theatre at 2:04. I thought there might be a few more latecomers. No, it was like a ghost town. Just the staff were there and they just let me right in. They didn't even search my bag. Not very safe, but oh well. I got given my playbill and I had the nerve to say to the usher, do I have time to use the bathroom? I know this was a cheeky question, given that I was already late, but I had to ask. Listen, at that point, I had to ask. And she said, no, but don't worry, it's only an hour and a half. I mean, how was she to know that I'd already needed the toilet quite badly for nearly 4 hours at this point? She wouldn't know. Anyway, I got to my seat and the show started 30 seconds later. Now, I don't want to say that they were waiting for me, but they might have been waiting for me. You know how in movies when someone really needs to pee, they're like always standing by a fountain or water in general and it makes them need to pee more? Well, I saw a musical set entirely on a boat that had rain pouring on stage at one point, and while hearing the water doesn't make me need to pee, thinking about hearing the water making people needs to pee and thus thinking about peeing makes me really need to pee. I kept on checking the time as the show was on and I was regretting it because I was really enjoying the show. Shout out Swept Away. Swept Away was such a great show and it didn't deserve to close. I checked my watch and it was such a fatal error because we were only halfway through the show and I was like, holy fuck, I shouldn't have checked that. At one point, maybe about 15 to 20 minutes before the show was over, I was like, I'm gonna prepare myself to leave as soon as the show ends. I was just gonna like put my playbill in my bag, zip my bag up, be ready to like stand up and run off. But as I leaned over like this to grab my bag, I felt one of the worst pains that I've actually ever felt in my life, and I realized that if I leaned over again, I might just piss everywhere. It was taking everything in me not to actually go when I leaned over. It was such a horrible pain. It was such horrible pain. And I was genuinely thinking, what if I just slowly let bits of pee out and then I can get my dad to come and bring me some new jeans? That's where I was at. Okay, the show was so great and it ended at 3:38, 8 minutes longer than I had been anticipating while looking at my watch. 3:38, that's fine. I rushed down to the toilet, much to my utter dismay. There was quite a long queue since I was flex on the front row, so it took me quite a bit longer to get to the toilet, which was downstairs and down a long corridor. What the fuck? But the end was in sight. At 3:43, I finally got to pee. The pee that I had been holding in for about 5 hours at this point, and it was, I fucking shit you not, a minute long. I thought that if you were holding in something for so long, it would just straight out, but no. I felt like my body was like releasing every slight iota of pee that it had because it was like, maybe we'll never get to use the toilet again. It was hell. It was hell. The musical I saw was about these men who were shipwrecked for 21 days and they didn't have access to like food or water or anything, but they could pee, okay? They could do the one thing that I couldn't. They could pee. And yeah, I know what some of you might be thinking, some of you stupid dummies out there, why didn't you just go to the toilet during the show? Some of my friends said that to me and I said, you know what? I would never leave a show during the show. okay? When that stage is set and those people are on that stage, I am never getting up to leave. And not only that, I was on the front fucking row, so if I did get up to leave, that would have been horribly embarrassing. But anyway, that was my piss story, and I hope you really enjoyed it. Now that I'm on my narration grind, I thought I'd narrate this next part. I went to stage door for Romeo and Juliet because no one came out when I actually went to see the show. But I just really don't like that this is a stage door experience. Like, I used to love talking to the actors at the end of the show. There are just far too many people there for the actors to spend any time with anyone, and it's just a bit sad. Like, I hope they don't feel like it's a chore. Anyway, Rachel Zegler walked past and I was like, oh my god, she was right there. I love that queen. Then my dad went on another bus tour, so I went to every single Broadway theatre, and here's that video.
The Longacre, the Imperial, the American Airlines, the August Wilson, Velasco, Bernie Jacobs, and the Kirk, the Provost, the Broadway, the Brooks Atkinson, the Circle and the Square, the Court, and the Ambassador, the Gershwin, the Hirschfeld, the Sondheim, the Schonfeld, Majestic, Marquis, Minskoff, Music Box, and the Barrymore, the Freeman, the Foxwoods, the Mons Fontaine, the Helen Hayes, and Studio 54. Winter Garden, Richard Rogers, Belmont, and the Booth, the Schumer Palace, and New Amsterdam, the St. James, the Neil Simon, the John Golding, the O'Neill, the Nederlander, and the Lyceum.
I had so much fun going around and doing that. I've wanted to do that for years. Okay, then I went to go and see Maybe Happy Ending, and Jesus Christ, this show, oh my god, I cried so much. It was actually ridiculous. The cast are ridiculously insane. The music is so cute. The story is so cute, and yeah, made me sob. I was just sobbing all through the bows, all through the speeches, all through like leaving. I mean, you can see it here. It's quite tragic, really. And then I waited at stage door, very, very cold stage door, for maybe like an hour to meet everyone, really, but to meet Darren Criss. And it was epic. I did meet him, and I was unbelievably awkward, as I always am. And then I saw this big fluffy dog, and then I saw this American frog in a pram, and then I had a big slice. Nothing like a good New York slice. Nothing like a good New York slice.